Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Want to test your mic real quick, dude?
Hello?
Yep, you're good.
Probably grab a hat with my freaking Asian fro.
All right, guys, give us a second to get set up. If we're gonna try something different tonight, we're gonna try to invite some guests through on virtual guests. We'll let them know to come in. Mitch just rolled up 30 seconds ago.
After getting yelled at the kiosk.
Yeah, we got yelled at here for not having an RV at an RV site. Let's see. We're having issues joining.
And they're all, oh, don't have any tires on the grass. Every freaking place I've looked, there was tires on the grass.
Oh yeah, Pedro was like that. They wouldn't let you touch this.
Yeah, I know. That dude was weird, though.
I mean,
that was wild. Andrew, you were already in there. Andrew's like, he's
I was way
asleep.
off the pavement.
He's asleep.
Yeah. Yeah, they came by at Pedro. They told me to move my truck because I was... At Pedro, it's so hard to fit a freaking trailer out there.
Dude, their spots
If
suck.
you're camping with two guys, there's no way.
Yeah, those spots suck. They're like barely one car can fit in there.
Yeah. But tonight is going to be the preview show. The framing looks good. For the Delta. We talk about AOI, ICAST, whatever we feel like, really.
Andrew up there.
Andrew's in second place. We'll get to that. They're trying to join right now.
Yeah, they're going off right now.
Let's see. Let's try. They're having technical issues, but we'll wait for them to join. Yeah, dude. Delta. What'd you get in BAM here?
It was 70, 76. I figured something out at the end of the day.
Inches, not place. Right?
No,
Yeah.
dude, it's like 76 inches. I was still like 31st or something like that. But I figured something out at the end of the day, but it was way too late.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, it was tough. I think the only other guy that did good, he was at like, I think 83 or 84 inches out of paradise.
Oh, it was the whole launch crew, huh?
Yeah, there was quite a few of us that launched there. Me, Isaiah, Obadi launched there. Shane launched there.
Yeah, I saw Isaiah. We ran into each other. He went south, and I started at Lads and went north, and we crossed paths. But yeah, BAM Delta. It felt like a main lake, or not a main lake, a main channel, like the wider channels, like the Rock. That's what was doing it for me. Ended up getting 8th in that one. But I could not catch him in the back of the sloughs to save my life.
No, I didn't either, actually. Everything was main channel.
Yeah.
It was weird. That one started out weird. It started out hot. Like, dude, it was fish after fish in the morning.
Yeah.
They were all small, but still, you go from fish after fish, and then all of a sudden it freaking just, I don't know if it was the same for you, it just died. Like, it was a grind to get a bite.
It was for me, the tournament ended at what, 2? And I think it was like 11 to 2.
No, it ended at 3, freaking 10 hours.
It was like a 3-hour gap towards the end. It was pretty tough.
Dude, it was brutal. Started out good, though. Started out with a lot of bites.
Here, let me try something real quick.
Just a lot of short guys.
Talk about your game plan real quick while I try to get these guys in. If you want to share as much as you can about it.
I will say I figured something out. It's definitely something most people aren't going to look for. I don't want to say much more than that.
There you go.
I don't know. Last weekend I pre-fished. I didn't get anything on nothing touched a punch.
Yeah, I heard the punch bite was really bad.
They sprayed a lot out here though too, out at Paradise and Kings.
Oh, did they? When was that?
It's been pretty dead since me and Isaiah went out 3 weeks ago, the week before the BAM event. I mean, you can still find healthy grass, but a lot of it's been nuked.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder how healthy that is. I know there's like a debate on like spraying.
Spraying. Yeah, I don't know what it does to the fish. It has to do something though.
You'd think so. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to get these guys in here. They're having technical issues. Let's try that. to send them a link, see if they can join through the link. We're trying to invite our friends virtually.
Simon's there, dude. They should be able to figure it out.
Yeah, what the heck? He's IT, dude. What the heck? If you guys don't know, Simon Herr's part of the camping crew, and we're camping tonight. It's just us two. And then we've got Mikey, Ryan, Simon, and Andrew.
Andrew's going to show up there. Adam will show up there. His first appearance. But for me and Joey, it was awesome for Ryan to offer his house, but it just didn't make sense for me and Joey.
Yeah, he's out of the way. Where are you coming from?
Houston. You drove, dude. You drove. I was going to call you. Dude, you drove right past my house.
Did I?
After Pedro, I was right behind you. You turned, you came up, you passed a river, and then you turned right on Hatch Road, and you passed right by my house.
You mean like you saw me?
Yeah, I was right behind you the whole time. The whole time back from Pedro.
Oh, from Pet. Yeah. I got you. Yeah, I don't know what it was, dude. The traffic today was crazy.
Yeah.
While they're trying it out, let's do this. Here. Okay. Tonight we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to bring up AOI. We're going to look at the leaderboard, see who's in first, who's in second, and so on. We're going to make some tournament predictions and cover some maybe iCast and like the new live scope transducer that came out. We'll have to get some thoughts on it.
Mike Miller, my fly is not open. I do not have a fly on these shorts. Thank you.
Oh, someone comment.
Yeah, he texted me.
Dude, that reel from the last
it blew up.
podcast we did is like my best performing reel of all time.
It's at like, dude, I think I checked it today. It was at like 75,000 views.
And I get notifications all the time. It just keeps getting views. And it's a reel with Mitch, and he's talking about basically the joke was like you went to war, you look for bombs, and
trying to catch fish is harder than finding bombs.
But it was a good clip. All right, let's try a different email here. Forgive us, guys. This is our first time trying to do a virtual thing, trying to invite people.
Even though Simon's IT, come on, Simon.
I know.
Get it together.
If this doesn't work, it's all on Simon. So
it's Simon's fault.
All right, let's try Mikey's email. 209. All right. So. All right. While they're doing that, if that doesn't work, we might not be able to get them in tonight. Honestly. Room hasn't started, I guess. Oh, my bad, guys. I didn't click allow to join. Try that. That's on me. By the way, I work in IT too.
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
I'm not
it's
like
all
the
Simon.
guy that fixes computers, but I'm like adjacent to that. So it's kind of on me as well. All right, they're joining. Cool. All right, you guys are in. Let's see if we can add you. Add them as a source. All right. Let's do side by side. Did they join?
Simon, they said Simon's in.
See them. Here, fill the audio, Mitch, with something. Tell us something interesting.
What? How interesting?
Medium interesting.
Medium.
We're not trying to peek yet. Let's see.
I don't know.
We might have to go with Adam, man.
Did they give him another error?
I don't think they're think they're in, but their camera might not allow them in. Or it's not, the permissions aren't right. Alright, we'll continue on and let them figure it out. So we're at the California Delta, right?
Yep.
What is it, like 100 miles of river, 80 miles of river?
Ridiculous miles of river.
But it's 2 allowed launches. Tomorrow is Yak-A-Bass solo, and we're pretty good ways into the season at this point. We're like 5 out of 8 events.
Yeah.
So the front runners for AOI have kind of been established. So you probably have like 1 to 7 guys that are in contention, somewhere up there.
Yeah.
Depending on the next couple of tournaments go. And then Sunday you have the team series. Are you fishing the team series?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
me and Shane.
So you and Shane. Shane's been killing it this year.
Yeah, he has been doing good.
Yeah, did he win 1 or 2?
He didn't win. He took second. No, that was it. That was Bam. McClure, I think he took second at McClure too, though.
What up for Bam? Like Delta last time.
Delta last time he placed above me.
Okay. Yeah, we have those 2 events, solo and then teams. And then tomorrow there's the Yak-A-Bass Proving Grounds, which is the launch of the amateur series. It's basically, if you fish less than 10 tournaments over the last 3 years and you've made under $1,000, you're eligible to fish against anglers with a little bit less experience. They have their own leaderboard, and they're competing for their own pot. But they launch with us and get off the water a little bit before us.
I think they launched later than us, a half hour later.
Right.
But they get off a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Actually, Rich Stidham, one of my, I would say, sponsors from Lucky 7 Lures, he's fishing it tomorrow. It's honestly a really cool. I'm surprised we didn't get more traction for it, to be honest.
So did you look at how many are in there?
Last time I checked, there was 5 or 4.
Okay, last I checked about 20 minutes ago, it was 6. So
okay.
I think for there wasn't a lot of exposure. This is kind of an experiment, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like they're throwing it out there to see what kind of traction it will get.
Yeah, it's like a.
But honestly, if you're looking to get into the tournament scene, it's definitely worth doing. I mean, the buy-ins, what, 40 bucks, something like that. So you get the experience and everything.
The idea is next year it's going to run for a full year, but the idea of this circuit is tournament kayak fishing has a problem with not onboarding, but getting people interested enough to put up their money to fish against really expensive kayaks. Like my kayak's really expensive. I probably have way too much money into my kayak. Obviously the technology is like a really intimidating factor nowadays compared to like when I joined. And then just like veterans, you have to fish against someone like Damien who has 10 plus years of experience, and you're just trying to get your feet from under you.
And that stupid sixth sense that Damien has.
Yeah.
Freaking
He's
dude.
good.
He just knows. He's got like a gut instinct that tells him where to go.
Yeah, he's fishy. But as a beginner, it's really hard for people to put up, $100, get into the side pot $200, knowing they may not well ever see that back in the first 1, 2, 3 years.
Yeah.
Until they get their legs under them. So this is a way to get new people on board. And I actually think 6 anglers is pretty good for there wasn't a lot of exposure. There was
it was like 2 weeks ago they posted something about it, and then your video.
Within the Yak-A-Bass group. I don't even think it was
a
public post.
No, it was within the Yak-A-Bass group. Yours, I think, was the only public post that I saw about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, if you're trying to get into the tournament scene and you want to get your feet wet, that's definitely the route to go. It's no live scope. It's right, no live scope.
It's no live scope. That's
no live scope. Oh my God.
6 rods. So
yeah.
Limited rods.
Limited rods.
You can only have like a 55-pound thrust motor, and then like NK 180, and then I think the equivalent Torpedo is allowed. So if you have even like a paddle kayak, there's a lot of mitigation on that technology, so you can be competitive. And I think there is a guy on the Delta tomorrow that's fishing out of a pedal kayak. Not a pedal, paddle.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. That was my very first tournament was, I think I talked about it last time at Pedro, was an Ascend, the 12T at Maloney's for the freaking native.
Yeah.
That was a paddle kayak. And now you have that option to be able to compete against guys that don't have all that technology and everything in their kayak. It's at $40, like $40 plus. I mean, you have to pay the Yak-A-Bass membership fee, which is required for any tournament circuit you decide to fish. You have to pay a membership fee, but you pay that membership fee, so your first tournament you're looking at $105 for your first tournament, and then every tournament after that is $40 entry fee until you get above that $1,000 pay grade. So it's basically, the way I think about it is kind of like soccer. So I like soccer. I watch the EPO. It's kind of like the same. You have those different divisions.
Gentlemen,
you have
can you hear me? Mic check,
Premier League. You have the Champions Championship. You have to earn a certain amount of points to get promoted to that next level. And the Proving Grounds is that same style of format. You fish the Proving Grounds until you hit a certain amount of money or a certain amount of first place finishes, and then you bump up to the standard Yak-A-Bass, the normal Yak-A-Bass, against people like Joey, Jesse, Andrew, Isaiah West, Sean Latham, Damien, Greg, Obedy, Mike Ensign, all those guys. It's honestly a great platform to get yourself started, get your feet wet, get the ins and outs of tournament fishing.
Yeah, let's shout out their names. I just added the crew. I'm not getting audio from them, so I think you guys have to mess with your audio settings on your phone, so I'll let you sit there while I want to shout out the guys who did sign up for Proving Grounds, the amateur series.
Check.
So let me bring it up.
Mike,
big shout out, Rich Stidham.
Andrew, can you hear me?
Oh, that's my guy.
Andrew,
tell me about him.
Yeah, he owns the Lucky 7 Lure Company. I have a sticker right here, actually.
You've had that sticker.
Yeah, for a while, since I got your kayak.
Yeah, I can hear him.
Yeah, that's right, I sold him my kayak.
But Rich is an awesome dude.
Mike, check.
Makes soft plastics, he makes a dye spade, he makes Senko style baits, and he sends me a lot of stuff, asks input about it. But he's one of them in there.
Check
okay,
1 2. Check 1 2.
Against anybody else competing, but I'm pulling for Rich.
Okay, we do have the guys on
49er.
I'm not gonna get audio out of my device, so I need to play the
up
stream. There's gonna be a delay, guys. So
you want me to play it?
Yeah, sure.
Over and out.
Try to keep it away from the mic, though.
Are we live?
I'll put it down.
As we're talking, there's gonna be a delay.
Or is it just them?
And right now we can't hear you. But let me quickly shout out the Proving Grounds guys. Let me look them up real quick. So we have 6 anglers in Proving Grounds. We have Ramsey, of course, last name's hard to pronounce. Sorry if I butcher it. Ramsey El-Qaidi.
Oh yeah, I can hear him.
Brian Gomez, Raul Oliveras, Pedro Soto, Rich Stidman, and Martin.
Stidham, dude. Don't butcher his name.
Stidham, my bad, man.
This is my guy.
Zappian. I'm probably butchered everybody's names, but shout out to you guys for signing up.
I see Adam. Adam's in there.
Yeah, the problem is we're not going to be able to hear him because there's a delay.
I can hear him.
I know, but there's a
massive...
Dude, don't butcher his name.
My bad, man.
This is my guy.
Mikey's sitting front and center. Freaking Adam.
Yeah. Give him a quick mic check.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 2 2. Testes 1 2.
I can't play audio through my device. That sucks.
We're streaking the quad.
Trial and error. Trial and error.
Let's do this. Let's do this, guys, because we can't hear you because of the delay.
Testes 1
Let's
2.
do a 5. We can hear you because you're coming in, but because we're not playing live through the device, I should have earbuds. I don't have it unless you have any.
Huh?
Do you have earbuds?
I don't.
Okay. So we're not going to be able to hear you guys. So let's do this. Let's open up a segment. Let's make tournament predictions for tomorrow. me and Mitch will shut up for the next like 5 minutes. You guys make a prediction. Say what the dominant bait you think is going to be tomorrow. Go angler by angler. We'll listen. We're not going to respond to anything because of the delay, but give your tournament predictions. Go for it.
Yeah.
We'll listen.
So Adam, you start.
Let's go.
All right, 96 inches is what it's going to take to win the Delta. Somebody's going to get into a few fish, and they're going to get into a clump of big girls. And that's pretty much it. That happens every time on the Delta, every tournament.
I'm going lower than that. It's going to be, I'm going to say the high is going to be around 91, 92. I'm going to go with 92. Yeah. But I think it's going to be, I think the number's going to be low, especially out of Kings and Paradise.
No, I'm with Mike. I think somebody's going to find, like, I got this.
You got it?
Yeah. I think that we're probably going to be in the low 90s. I think somebody's going to get on the fish. I think somebody's going to be lucky to get 5, 18s. I think somebody's going to get like 2 20s and then some lower numbers. But we'll see. I mean, where we're going out of because we're localized versus the BAM tournament. The BAM tournament, what was the high of the BAM tournament? 96?
96,
94?
I think, yeah.
96? Yeah, man. I mean, I just think that that's going to narrow us down. So we're going to be in the lower 90s. I agree with Mike. But I think that the winner is going to have 2 20s, 19 and a half, a 21. Maybe the guy with big fish found the right area and then got 16s, 17s to back it up. And we're going to be in the low 90s.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Mikey and Ryan here too. I think low 90s is gonna be right around that mark. I do think it's hard to catch over a 16, 17 out there right now. A lot of the area, especially like Ryan said, everything localized seems very 14 to 16 heavy right now.
I think there's gonna be a lot of guys in the low. Like
I think there's going to be a lot of guys between 75 and 85.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of guys that limit.
But the guys that can get to
16s and maybe a
90 are going to
17.
yeah, the guys that can get to 90 are going to be up there. And sorry guys, I'm hopping in and out behind the camera just to make sure that we're all good. Joey, if you need
He's a
anything,
hopper.
just let me know.
All right, cool. So let's do this. Let's talk about Angler of the Year. So we're 5 events into the season. We'll segment it like this. Mitch and I will talk, and then we'll pass it to you guys. There's probably like a 20, 30 second delay here.
Yeah.
So we'll talk and we'll pass it to you guys. We're 5 events into the year. Wind Toys and Water Sports sponsors this circuit, the solo series, and they're giving away a Bonafide XTR 130 as the prize.
Huge shout out to Wind Toys.
Yeah, that's
Billy is awesome. I think everything he's doing is awesome.
So I want to bring up the AOY standings. Let me bring that up here. So let's 5 events in. We have a new leaderboard to share. So let me do this.
And that's without the drop, right?
That is including the drop. All right, let's go overlay, and here we go. So I don't have the ability to scroll through this, but we have in first place, let me bring up my phone, is Jesse Hoover.
Yep.
In first.
Jesse's solid.
Is it coming through there?
Yeah.
Okay. So Jesse's in first place. If you guys don't know Jesse, it's my team partner for Sunday.
Which should be illegal. FYI.
Jesse's a killer, dude. Jesse's extremely well-rounded. He's really good offshore using scope, and he's really good.
Dude, he's just
Even better
well-rounded,
here on the
dude.
Delta.
He's a solid angler.
He's one of the most well-rounded anglers in the circuit.
And he's honestly one of the best dudes I've ever met, willing to help. And, well, I mean, at Pedro, he sat and waited for me to help me figure out my motor.
Yeah, at the Pedro tournament for BAM, Mitch had changed the bearings on your autopilot, and at launch you went backwards. And so you hurried over to Jesse, who also has an autopilot, and then he gave you suggestions on how to fix it.
And he had the tool.
And he could have launched and said, I'm fishing, but he stopped to help.
Jesse could have bounced, dude. He could have left. I even said, dude, if you have to take off, take off. He said, dude, no, it's all good. I'll help you.
So Jesse's in first, and Andrew.
Yeah.
So if you don't know Andrew, he's on the other screen. He's the guy standing up, walking back in and out. He's in second place. I think a lot of people are actually sleeping on Andrew because
dude, 100%.
He's like top 6 every single time.
He's consistent.
Yeah.
I will say, Andrew, you didn't give me a shout out for Pedro, and that hurt my feelings. You're welcome. But no, 100% Andrew is slept on, dude. He's good. He knows.
Sophomore year in the circuit?
No, would that be sophomore or freshman? It's his first year.
He said it was his second, but he can correct us.
Yeah, he'll correct us.
Third place is me.
Dude, you're right there too.
But I don't have a drop. Jesse, I think Jesse has a drop. Andrew, I know, has a drop tournament. So if you don't know what a drop is, you take your lowest scoring tournament and you throw it out. Andrew's lowest is like an 8th, which is nothing.
Yeah.
So even though I'm in third place, I don't have a drop because I got like 40th at Clear Lake, something crazy.
At least you caught a fish, dude.
So
did you catch a fish?
I caught like 2, I think.
I didn't catch any. I caught a catfish.
Yeah. So I'm in third, but not a comfortable third. I really have to fish perfect for the rest of the season.
Yeah, but you fish clean, dude. You're right there.
And after that's Reed. Reed's really good. He's always good. He was me and him battled out for.
As Dominic Doan says, he's sneaky.
Yeah,
he's sneaky, but he's not sneaky. If you know Reed, you know how good and technical he is when it comes to fishing.
I feel like he always finds a big one.
Dude,
like
every time.
Every tournament he finds like a 23, and I find like 123 a year. I don't know. That guy's good.
I don't even find a 23, dude.
So 5th place is Daniel Balaba. I feel like we need to say something. Daniel has been on an absolute tear this year, dude.
Dude, there's not much to say about Daniel other than if you don't know his name, you should probably get to know his name.
Yeah, I think he's cracked 100 inches a few times this year. And the only reason he's sitting in 5th place is because at Don Pedro, he had the winning bag.
96 inches.
But he had a character wrong in his identifier code.
He missed the character.
Yeah, so it was disqualified by rule, and I've been there. It seems super unfair. Like, I've been where my kayak registration wasn't up to date, and I had to give up a win because of that, and it ended up burning me in the long run. But it's just not a good feeling, and it's like on that day, he should be. If you're just looking at fishing,
he should be in
first. He should be in first place.
But like
comfortably in first place.
Yeah, easy. But integrity-wise, and telling you about an individual, like that tells you everything you need to know about Daniel. He's a stand-up guy. He came up to me and I think he went to quite a few anglers after that tournament and asked how we would feel about him possibly protesting the standings. And I told him, if you feel you need to protest, then go for it, dude. Like, I know you. Like, I'm not tripping about it. And I think everybody else had the same outlook, like protest it. And then when it came, they announced the placement of everybody. And then they brought it up. They brought up, we have a protest. Daniel actually stood up and said, no protest. I screwed up. I should have double checked and verified that I had the correct identifier code on there. So I'm not protesting. Had he not done that and protested, he had 96 inches. He would have won that tournament by 6 inches?
Yeah, it was a good margin.
So that tells you everything you need to know about, honestly, majority, if not everybody in this tournament series. Just all stand-up guys, dude. Like, because Daniel could have threw a fit. He could have fought that.
Yeah.
But he said no.
It's a tough one to swallow for sure.
Yeah, he made the decision. he knew where he would have been sitting, and he said, no, I screwed up. I should have verified.
Yeah, I feel like Daniel's a guy that's finally getting his due too, because he's always been in the top 5, like consistently.
Yeah.
And even at like the Bassmaster last year at Havasu, I think he was in like 6th place out of everybody. Maybe the highest ranking California angler that weekend. So he's really good.
Yeah, he's a hammer.
Yeah, we'll pass it to you guys. You can give your thoughts on AOI. I know Andrew's there, and he's in 2nd place, so maybe we can get his thoughts on the day. But yeah, everyone, give your thoughts on where you guys are and what you think, how the season's gonna play out.
All right, so we're basically talking right now on AOI a bit. If you want to just mute that for now, Adam, we'll just kind of go from the hip here. But speaking on AOI, I guess I'll start. Appreciate the shout out, you guys, and I will shout out Mitch for Don Pedro. We got to pre-fish together. He showed me a couple areas, and truthfully, I used some of those areas in tournament, and it helped me out in a big way. So, shout out Mitch. I appreciate you, bro. I know I didn't shout you out after the tournament, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna shout you out here. There's probably more viewers than there were on the Yak-A-Bass Awards. So, yeah, it's been a really good year for me so far. It is my first year. I will correct you on that. It is my first year on the kayak side. I've told you guys before, but it's kind of, it's my first year, but it really doesn't feel that way. I've been around the fishing industry for multiple years. I've been, I've been around boating and fishing from a boat for a number of years, so it kind of feels like it's not my rookie season, but it is a whole different ball game from a kayak than it is from a boat, and I'm sure you guys can attest to that over here too, with the amount of history you guys have. And it's a whole different ball game. Really comes down this year, at least for me, to adaptability. It comes down to adapting to the conditions. I can't go run across the lake, and none of us can go run across the lake in a kayak if our first plan isn't working. So we need to adapt on the fly. We need to pick apart an area. We really need to look at the details a lot more than if we were in a boat. So it's that extra level of analysis that I think has really at least helped me this year to be successful, as opposed to being on the boating side. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how this year is going to shake out. I mean, obviously, I'm rooting for myself. I'm grinding every single tournament. I'm trying to put in as much research time and effort and energy as I can into this because, I mean, I really do want it. But obviously, there's some hammers in this top 5. Joey, yourself included, right behind me. First off, I don't, I don't want to discount that at all. The fact that you're right behind me scares the crap out of me because because you're a stud, you're a hammer. I know you're going to find him every single tournament. So I want that to be known. Obviously, Jesse's had a phenomenal year. He's off a freaking heater over at Pedro with you on the team side. He absolutely hammered him. So, I mean, it's going to be anybody's ball game out here. I think, especially with the tournaments we have coming up between Clear Lake, the Delta, we have a lot of wild card tournaments here. So, I don't know how you guys are feeling about the AOI race, but
I just
Go ahead.
no. I mean, I'm gonna keep this short. I'm not in the race, not even close. But I mean, but I'm just proud of the guys, the fellas, in the crew, and it's gonna be freaking exciting to watch, man. I'm just really excited to see how it shakes out. Like Drew says, I mean, there's gonna be some kicker tournaments here where it's really gonna test your skills, your just overall skills. Delta's a great test of versatility. Um, I'm excited to watch it all unfold, man, and I'm very proud of our fellas, the fire crew, and it's been a very entertaining season to watch and be a part of. So yeah, I mean, I'm just excited to see it all unfold, and yeah, this is gonna be a grinder of a tournament coming up. I mean, I mean, I think everybody that's pre-fish recently can attest to that. It's going to be a grinder. I'm just excited to see how it all unfolds, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I mean, we've got still, some of the best, some of the greatest sticks, in the entire country here at Yak-A-Bass, and to have them come out and come out here at the Delta where you could murder no matter what, and then all of a sudden you could not have anything. And so it is a great thing. And we got Simon joining us here, who is an absolute
Hello,
stick
everyone.
in his own right.
So we're speaking on the AOI race right now.
Yeah.
So if you want to give your
I had in mind, but I guess it's nice to know that I'm kind of up there. But yeah, super proud of Andrew though. I don't know if you guys already gave him a shout out, but he's up there. It's crazy, dude. So, I mean, I know he's not. It's not his first time, competing and stuff like that. But just to jump into the kayak scene and then already be leading AOI is
Dude, the video went away.
Are we good?
Oh, there they go.
They're back.
I guess it's nice to know that I'm kind of up there.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
You good?
Slide on it. Yep, slide on in a little bit.
Cheer for you. You want to sit in the fire?
Don't worry about it.
You're next. We're talking about the AOI race.
Oh, the AOI race? Oh man, great news. I'm not in it. So everybody can relax. Let's just chill.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about me. I'm just having a good time. No, I'm cool with it. But the AOI race, yeah, I mean, I couldn't be more excited for Andrew and Simon and Joey.
We're good.
Jesse obviously being up there, but I mean, I feel like they're close enough that it's anybody's game. I mean, we have 3 tournaments: Delta,
Clear Lake,
Chris Laird, and then the TOC to finalize that. So we have 3 tournaments left, and they're all tight.
and they're huge lakes too.
And
a long way
and
to
the
go.
Delta
Tournaments.
tomorrow is going to be a throughout there. I don't think that any one particular one of them is going to own tomorrow. Like, I wouldn't say that any one of them can.
I think it's anyone's game tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody's game tomorrow. And then for Clear Lake, man, I've seen Simon have some killer days on Clear Lake. Yeah, you got videos of you having good days.
Everyone
on Clear Lake.
has a video. On
You
that.
say that because I had a good day. Yeah, I'm the
Joey
evidence that you can have. Anybody can have a good day on Clear Lake. No, it's true. It's true. But I mean, you don't not know Clear Lake. Joey knows Clear Lake very well. I mean, honestly, leaning. I want to say if any of the top 4, being Andrew, Simon, Joey, and Jesse, have an edge on Clear Lake, it's gonna be Joey. And then we got the TOC at Berryessa, and that's where I feel like again it's anybody's game.
Good. I think it's
Andrew's
gonna
had
come down.
incredible days out there.
Out of
didn't
all the
Andrew
years,
get better than any of us on the membership drive.
yeah. No, I don't know. I don't think so. No,
You get
Simon.
second on that?
Yeah.
Simon crushed
Okay,
it.
I think I was thinking that because we didn't know. No, but I was
Simon
thinking
crushed
that.
it
But Andrew did really well too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I think that surprised us because we didn't know Andrew,
Right.
and he came out. What place did you get?
I think I got 12th or 13th.
12th or 13th, which was better than the rest of us besides Simon.
Yeah. Simon got what, 3rd?
I got 6th.
Second.
Well, I take it back though. I don't know what Mitch and Joey got in those tournaments, but I thought you were pretty up there.
I think Joey was right there with me. I think Joey
Yeah.
had
He was right there.
a quarter inch above me or something like that. But then the
He can
the
speak up
DQ,
for him.
yeah.
So yeah, so that's me on the Delta or AOI. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be exciting, man. Be
It's gonna
excited
be-
to see it all
Yeah.
unfold.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's tight. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very tight race, like it always comes down to in AOI. We look at years past. Shout out to Pua Yang, Greg Blanchard. We look at all these guys that came before us, and they were
Abel.
all very, very close at AOI throughout the years. Abel, yeah, I mean Sean, Latham. It came down. Even last year was like literally like it came down to the very last tournament before we crowned a winner for AOI. And
Oh yeah, because Joey was right there with Isaiah.
Joey was right there next to
He was right
Isaiah.
there, but Isaiah had a lead.
Yeah.
Because
And
Joey
so-
won it, but he didn't win it enough to knock Isaiah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so we looked at Isaiah, and it literally came down to the TOC last year.
I remember that because of the fifth place winner at TOC last year.
Yeah.
He did real well. The fifth place guy.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to say something, but we're on the internet. So, yeah.
That was my other lucky day. I had Clear Lake at TOC last year. It's like, it doesn't even matter. You're not even in it.
But
All right, we'll send it back. Send it back over to him.
Send
Let's do this. Now that we talked about AOI, and someone can tell Simon why our audio is so awkward. So I'll just summarize. So it's a tight race. Tomorrow, solo series. Next day, team series. Team series, it's sponsored by FluxJet. Team AOI is getting two FluxJet kayaks for each angler. So me and Jesse are really gunning for that. But it's going to be a fun weekend. So just to transition off of the topic of like this weekend, just talk more general fishing. Two of us have been to ICAST this year, which was what, last week, I think?
Yeah.
Andrew and Adam were both at ICAST.
Yeah.
And I want to get their thoughts on like what they saw, what they liked, specifically the Bonafide 140p and Live Scope 2. Those are the things I'm really interested in that came out of ICAST.
Yeah.
And if you guys can think of anything else, feel free to throw it in there, like what you're excited about. Now, for the 140p, man, I really want to love this kayak. And there are parts of it there's parts of the XTR that they definitely made better, and that makes me want to get it. I'm curious to see how fast it is. I don't like that it's a whole foot longer.
I think it'll be faster.
It's
just,
definitely
just
faster,
based on the
but
way
how
the
much?
shape of the hole. But I feel like you're going to lose stability. You're not going to be able to cast off the front deck like you like to do.
Which is the whole benefit to me of the XTR is it's basically a dock.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it. But I want to see how fast it goes. I've got my eye on it. I'm leaning towards not getting it just because it's a little bit longer. It's a little bit more tippy. And I don't love every little design. Like the front hatch kind of comes up a little bit, which it's not as flush as the XTR.
No.
Little things like that. But that and Live Scope 2, I cannot make my mind up if I want to buy the Live Scope 2 transducer because there's such a lack of on-the-water video of direct comparisons up to the LVS 34, which is the one I have, and I can't figure out, is it worth the money?
Well, even
I'm kind of frustrated
dude.
that there's not enough info out there.
Well, it's like Simon said. They should have put some on-the-water footage of somebody actually dialing it in.
Yeah.
Rather than just their generic footage of somebody showing it. But I think I watched a video where it was like, it was out to 120 feet. You're going to get, what was it, 40%?
Well, that's the main thing. They're making you choose between a transducer that's really good out to 80 feet and then a transducer that isn't as good in short range, but it's really good at 125 to 200 feet. But there's that 120 where most people operate their live scope transducers.
It's where you can make the more accurate casts.
I don't think there's a consensus on which one do I buy if I'm running one. And I feel like that's really frustrating as like a buyer.
Not just that, dude. There's not enough, I don't think, for me. Like, obviously, I only have the Eagle Eye, but
great unit,
which is an awesome unit, and I love it. But what is it? It's like their big upsell is that it's like, oh, you're gonna have 40% more resolution at out to 120 feet. Like, really, if you're able to dial in the 34, like you are, I mean.
It's probably marginal. Like
it's going to be so marginal.
But here's what I'm concerned about. I'm leaning towards the short range transducer, but the thing is, if the detail's that good, that blob that's your bait in the water is also going to be smaller. like
it's gonna be harder to see your
right.
bait.
So it's like there's also a trade-off there. So I don't know. I'm not sold on buying it yet. I'll probably end up buying it because I feel like I'm that way. Like I have to have it, unfortunately. But
and then I'll buy your old one off you.
Yeah, there you go. I'll sell it to you. But yeah, the kayak, it's really cool. But I'm leaning towards not getting it. But I'm keeping my eye on it at the same time.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. Like I look at it and I'm like, dude, the whole selling point of the XTR 130 was the stability. Being able to stand on the front deck, basically being able to fish out of it like a boat.
Yeah, and maybe it's good. Like, but it does from the initial video, from the whole design, it looks a little bit tippy. It probably is more that secondary stability that engages, and less so like just being a floating dock.
But at what point does that secondary engage?
Yeah,
this is a question. Because if it waits too long, I'm going to be going in the water anyway.
Yeah, I've almost fallen off my XTR a few times, specifically here at the Delta, because I'll be standing on the front deck fishing, and I won't see a shore fisherman having a line all the way out into the middle of the channel. And 3 times now, I've gotten clothesline because I'm not paying enough attention to shore fishermen, and I've gotten cleaned by their line, and it's almost knocked me off 3 times here at the Delta. So,
oh god,
if I was a 140 on a 140p, maybe I would have fallen off.
Never know.
But any last thoughts before we throw it over to the guys?
No, I mean, ICAST, there wasn't too much that came out that really
nothing crazy
caught my eye. I mean, I would like to see more on the water footage of the new live scope, just to see like what people can actually do when it's in their hands and they can dial it in the way they want to dial it in.
Yeah.
The generic videos typically don't do much for you anyway. I mean, you have to mess, everybody's different. You have to mess with certain settings.
Yeah.
To get it to your liking, but
they're also not allowing it. I think they're not allowing on the Bassmaster Elite, so you're not going to get those pros telling you these are the best settings.
Yeah, no.
Because they're not going to be using it. I'm almost positive that's the case, but.
And then as far as baits, like, the only one that really was like stood out to me was probably the Yamamoto baits.
Yeah, their urchins look really good.
Their urchins look nice, but
a lot of urchins.
Other than that, I'm like, nah, I don't really see anything that's, oh, I have to have that.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys, we'll throw it over to you. Give your thoughts on ICAST. Maybe cover the Bonafide if it interests you, and Live Scope 2 and anything else. I mean, we weren't there. Adam and Andrew were there, so I'm curious to hear what you guys liked and didn't like. So we'll throw it over to you guys.
All right, what's up, everybody? Hey, so this is what?
Are you good?
You're good. All right, so this is my perspective on the 140. I saw it at ICAST. I was literally the, I don't know, 5th person that saw it as they unveiled it at ICAST. I want to put out a warning to people. It's going to be an absolutely fabulous boat. Do not sell your 130 because you think it's going to be better. It's just going to be different. The hull is, it's not going to be the dock that you are used to at a 130, right? Flat bottom, very wide, super stable. It's going to be more for the fishermen that are going to be doing the bays, the mangroves, the Great Lakes, and you know, it's going to be an absolutely fabulous boat in that respect. The bow of the boat is going to be, you know, probably like 3 or 4 inches taller, so it can handle bigger waves. Like, you know, like I said, you know, something that's going to be, you know, or something that's going to get, you know, super big, like water that's going to be very big, very fast. You know, and if you're going to, you know, like, oh, dude, the 130 is like, it's yesterday's news, and I'm just going to go to a 140 and I'm going to sell my 130 and I'm going to get the 140 and it's going to have a pedal drive and blah, blah, blah. You're probably going to be disappointed. And the reason why is you already have your motors. You already have all the things that make the 130 great. And if you go into the 140 thinking that it's going to be an absolute better boat, you're going to be gravely mistaken. And that's what I have to say. Like I said, it's going to be for bigger waters. It's going to be for bays. It's going to be for the mangroves, Florida, the Keys, flats. You're not, I don't think you're going to be able to stand on it like you can on the 130. Can you, is it going to be stable enough? Absolutely. But the design is completely different. And it's going to be an eye-opening thing when I see people that are going to mass sell their 130s to just get the 140. This is a warning. Don't do that. Take a look at the 140 before you buy. Go to your local shop that's going to have the 140 and take a look for yourself, because you might be surprised and you might be like, hey, this might not be the boat for me.
Perfect. There you go. So I think, that's why I wanted Adam to touch on it first. I know he was the first one there that actually got a chance to see it. I got to see it in person, and just based off of appearances alone, I can definitely agree with Adam. It doesn't look like it has the stability the 130 has. But obviously the on the water ability for Adam there is going to give him a huge leg up to talk about this. I guess I'll kind of slide over to Live Scope 2, talk about that a little bit. I know there's been some comparison videos coming out now, a little bit here and there, just raw, not really, setting wise.
Let me say one thing on the XTR 140.
Here, yep. Let's get Ryan on the 140 really quick.
Just because I got the XTR 130 like a year and a half ago. I was like one of the first one out of the gates with it. And I got it for one simple reason, and it answered what I needed, was fishing with my son, and was being able to go out and put my son on the front and fish. And that's why I decided on the XTR 130. If I didn't do that, I probably would have gotten something else. But that answered the question for now. I don't need to get two kayaks. I can get one, and it makes it great because he's right there. I can help him, which he needs help still, even when he denies it. And so that's what I love about the XR 130, is that ability. Now, when you go to the 140 with that same thing in mind, and then you introduce the pedal drive, if you look at where the pedal drive is, that rear seat has to be way up front to reach that pedal drive. You can't distribute the balance and move it back, which is what I do on my XTR 130. I go and I put my seat back. I adjust my foot steering pedals back. I go further back in the kayak, and then he's up front, and we distribute the weight more evenly. You're not going to be able to do that on the two-seater if you want to use the pedal drive, because you're putting so much weight forward. You'd have to put like a bunch of batteries in the back, 100%. Everything in the back. And so that's where I feel they missed the mark with the tandem thing, and where I see the 140 being something where I was like, oh, this could be even cooler for two people, because now you can disperse the weight more. But if you want to use the pedal drive while doing it, you cannot.
No.
And
no, and I don't think that's what they had. I don't think that's what they had in mind when they designed the 140 with the pedal drive, is with the tandem. You can, by the way, use the tandem feature on the 140, but you would have to remove the pedal drive, which, by the way, can be stowed into the back. So if there were anything that were to happen to one of your motors, you can absolutely, do the 360 seat. It'll have the 360 seat. You just turn it around and grab your drive, and then throw it in. That propel drive, that X range drive is absolutely magnificent. I mean, it is an absolutely magnificent kayak. Let me just say that. It's going to do everything that, the guys that want the big water kayak that'll do. It'll probably handle that 6 horsepower motor, hand tiller, Tohatsu or Honda or, Mercury 5.5 or, whatever it will do. it'll handle that just perfectly, and it'll go like the Dickens. That's how the design is wrought. But it is going to be a different kayak altogether. It's going to be really a different beast. And don't go out there thinking, oh well, this is just going to be better, because it's not. It's just going to be different. And when I talked to Hans, the guy who designed the boat, he even told me that it is going to be a completely different boat.
So I think I wanted to leave with is that and Simon and I were just discussing it too, is that the XCR is highly underrated for the dads that want to teach their sons fishing.
Mm-hmm.
It is highly underrated. Like, it has been a spectacular thing for my son and I. We go out there and use it regularly. He loves it. And I mean, he kicks that seat back when fishing's going slow and takes a nap, And Mike's been out with Ridley and I on that kayak on Clear Lake, on Folsom, on multiple places. And Ridley loves it, and it works. I mean, it just works great. But if you want to go on a kayak and take your son, take a child and teach them to fish, you can't get a better way on a kayak. I mean, the new canoe does now have a matching thing, but let's face it, the XTR was way before. And so, I mean, I'm just saying, people,
Yeah.
and I do like that new canoe has those tracks that go up the middle where it can put the seats anywhere. That is cool, because the XCR has an end and stop to both seats. That is cool. But just anyway, yeah, put it out there for those dads that want to get a kayak and they're going to take kids fishing. The XCR all the way, done.
100%.
Or all right, new canoe now too.
There you go.
Yeah,
Perfect. Do we want to move on to LiveScope 2?
yeah, all day.
Yeah.
LiveScope 2. So, as I was kind of talking to earlier, I know they're starting to come out with a little bit more raw footage now of kind of comparing 32 to the 42, 32 to the 44. They're looking a little, they're actually showing comparisons now, at least in my initial thoughts looking at the comparison videos. I don't see much of a difference with the fish. I see difference in the structure. You see a lot more detail. There was a video, I forget who put it out, I can't remember now, but I think it was actually Jason Christie. He put out a video where they were looking at a school bus under the water. And they were looking at the school bus under the water, and there was some fish around it. But when you look at the fish between the two, there's no difference in the fish. But when you look at the actual school bus itself, yeah, you see much more definition in the windows. You see much more definition in the door than you do on 32 with the 42. But I don't think it's going to make a huge difference for the guys for the 95% that all they want to do really is just have a better look at the fish, be able to throw a bait to them, see their bait go down, and be able to fish live scope traditionally with a jig head minnow or an urchin now, the way that guys are doing it. And I mean, that's my initial take
100%,
on it.
yeah. And so I got to, I was at ICAST, and the first day was on the water. And I got to play around with it for about an hour. Not only on the XTR that they had set up rigged with it, and I don't remember which one they had on the XTR that they had available, but they also had a entire, they had the 42 and 44 on the dock, and you could span. So my thoughts on it were that if you own the LVS 34, is it worth you going out and selling your entire stock in what you had already purchased to buy the new one? Now, what you have to do is you have to ask yourself, hey, is it going to be, worth it for me not to have the black box? Is it going to be easier for me to install into my kayak? The answers there are yes. But is it going to give you the detail and everything else that the LVS 34? And is it you're going to be like, oh my God, this is like the greatest thing I've ever seen? It might not be. What you have to do is you have to look at how much it is worth to you. Like, there are some tournament fishermen that like even like a dime-sized thing that could make a giant difference for you to win a tournament, it would be 100% if that's what you're trying to do.
What do you think about the stitching being like? It looked like the stitching. It looked like the stitching was smooth, like versus the other ones. It looks like you could have like a foot gap in the actual reality, like 80, 70, 60 feet out. You could have a foot gap in the stitching. The new stitching looks seamless.
It is. It's like I said. You know, I posted this on my Facebook page of, hey, is this a better option? Sure. Is it worth? And that's not what I'm debating. I am debating that is it worth you to go spend, selling, like Simon said, selling everything that you have to go spend another $2,000? I can't say yes.
I'm gonna
I
chime in and
can't.
say something.
Yeah.
I don't really like how, when you look at what's been, put out there, one or the other, there's no, it's either one's super shallow and then the other one's just extremely far. All the footage for the 44, it just seems like it's a little excessive on, like the distance. And then for the 42, it's like, from what we've heard, it's outside of 50 feet.
Yeah, it's more like 70.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard 50.
It seems like it's for like sturgeon and tuna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the 44 really, I don't know, like
Tuna
the
fish.
bass guys say that it's gonna be, the 34, to replace the 34, but it just seems like another six. Is it the saltwater 62? Yeah, it just seems like another 62. So I don't really like how it, I don't know. It's just not a really good.
Well, the way
upgrade.
that I like to describe it, because I'm a Garmin guy. I love Garmin. I mean, my watch, all my bike parts, everything is Garmin. I love Garmin to death. So this is not a knock on Garmin at all. But what we're looking at is, are we looking at giant leaps into what we're seeing? And no, I don't
Absolutely not.
think so. I don't think that we're looking that.
Am I wrong in saying though that I feel like this year with the fishing that we've been doing, I've been using my scope less.
You're not wrong. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has not.
Like it's not coming into play for a
Yeah.
lot of the winners in the tournaments and the
Yeah.
good days that I've had. I haven't been scoping. I may have looked at it, but I'm not shaking a minnow in there nonstop. I'm
No.
using other baits
Yeah.
now. And for the koiki, I definitely get it, but at the same time, the koiki's playing out without scope.
Yeah. It's all playing out without scope. Scope. I want to relay something to people is that
for a lot of the winners in the tournaments and the good days that I've had,
scope it's hard. It's not something easy that you
There's a
just
delay, so I
buy
might
and then
end up interrupting
fish
someone.
jump into your boat.
I wanted to bring up the
It's
point on
something
the
that you
live scope
actually
trans
have
2
to learn how to
transducer
use.
that the live scope 2, 44, the long range one, if it can reliably see out to 250 feet, I feel like there should be a discussion as to whether it should be allowed. Like, especially for the lakes that we fish, like my home lake, Lake Sonoma, Berryessa, you get into the fall where there's schooling and you can get on motor and just beam out 250 feet. I feel like that's a competitive advantage that the 34 wouldn't give you, because you can see out to 150 with the 34, but it's really kind of grainy out that far. But if you can see 250, like you're bordering on saltwater transducer range.
Yeah.
I feel like that could be an unfair advantage, and we should at least like discuss the topic of, is that too much to have in a tournament? That's how I feel. Like, even though people think I'm the live scope guy, like I feel like that's too much.
I think that's overkill. Same with like Pedro. Pedro's the same way. McClure, down where I live. Yeah, I get it. I get the argument where people say if you can afford to buy it, everybody can buy it. I get that, but it's not so much about being able to afford it. It's about the competitiveness of the sport.
There is a certain point where the gap between like the haves and have-nots is too much, and I feel like it is starting to knock on that door.
Yeah,
Like,
it's definitely getting close.
That transducer specifically.
And I think that transducer they mostly did develop for saltwater. I think that was the big push behind that one.
But they have a saltwater one. It's like the 62, I think.
You know full well anybody's gonna try to dabble with it in freshwater too.
Yeah. Let's do this though. Let's we'll pass it to you guys. You guys can talk about like what you think about the 44 transducer, if it maybe it goes too far. It was just a thought that I had, but I want to end it on for tomorrow, maybe a piece of advice for like the amateur series anglers that are going to be launching in conjunction with us. The Yak-A-Bass Proving Grounds anglers. I think there's 6 of them as of right now, which is probably the final amount. Maybe a piece of advice for them on like how to go about a tournament fishing day, like how to plan or strategize or how to compete. Maybe just let's end on a piece of advice and then we'll all wrap this up and we can get to like rigging up for tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I'll say that like for the Proving Grounds guys, don't be hard on yourself. Cover as much water as possible. Like the Delta is not my specialty, but a common a piece of success in winning a fishing tournament is covering water until you find them. If you don't cover enough water, there's a chance you will never find them because you didn't go far enough.
Yeah.
Now keep in mind, like know the tide tables and know how to get back, but a key component to tournament fishing is moving until you find them. And I've seen guys, and sometimes they don't move enough, where they never gave themselves the opportunity to even come across them because they just did not cover enough water.
Yeah.
So that's my piece of advice. Go ahead and give yours. And
on that note, I will say if you find the fish, if you come to a spot and the fish are biting, and they aren't stopping, you just keep getting hit. Stay, fish it.
Yep.
Fish it for as long as you can until they turn off. As soon as they turn off, give it, I don't know, say 10, 15 minutes, depending on how your bite window was when they were eating. And then once it passes that window, then move. But if you come across them and they're biting, milk it. Milk it for everything it has, and then as soon as they stop, that's when you need to move on. Go push, find new water. Because yeah, you can find spots out here for sure that you can sit and milk a spot and win a tournament. Mm-hmm. But mostly those spots you're gonna find are not close to where you launch. You're gonna have to cover the water to eventually come across them. Big piece of advice for that: don't look at the leaderboard.
Yeah,
you're starting out. Don't even worry about the leaderboard. Just fish. Have fun. Yeah, it's a competition. You want to be competitive.
Have fun. It's the Delta. You can crack into a 6 and an 8
have
and a 10.
fun. Don't worry about the leaderboard. Just go out and fish.
All right, we'll pass it to you guys, and we'll just give a piece of advice, and we'll end this bad boy. Get to rigging.
All right. So just to end out on the 44 conversation, Joey, I do agree with you to an extent, but what we were talking about over here while you were making that point is realistically, you can only make 120-foot cast if you're slinging something heavy. I mean, realistically, you're not getting a jig head minnow more than 100. So I mean, yes and no. Yes, it's good to see them out that far, but obviously pelagic fish are going to be moving around that much. The 250 is really not going to, I feel like, or at least I feel like it's not going to make as much of a difference at 250 if you can cast 120. So I'll end the LVS discussion there. So proving ground tips, guys. I know, Simon, you said you wanted to start with this, so go ahead.
Yeah, I think if there's anyone watching that's planning to fish proving grounds, whether tomorrow or even next year, I think the biggest advice that I can give someone is just trusting any decision that you choose to make or think about in your thought process or in the moment. I think, like, for myself, it's something that I've always struggled with is seeing a bank that looks really good, but I'm just having that second thought, like, no, I should just keep doing this, and like, maybe it's not going to work out. Just having that thought, just trusting yourself, like, trust your intuition, right? Yeah. And so I think that's the biggest advice. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's not like 100%, but I just feel like you fish so much better and more clean when you fully trust yourself and the decision you're making out on the water.
Yeah, absolutely. And bait in the water. I mean, if anybody's going out and doing proving grounds, they've been watching the videos that everybody's been making. They've got a top 5, top 8 baits. Those baits are all going to catch fish. The big thing is giving as much opportunity as possible. So if you watch Simon's videos and you watch Joey's videos, and Andrew's videos, Mike and I got a couple. You're going to see a work ethic, and it inspires me every day that I go fishing, especially like watching Simon's like native tournament the other day and a couple of Don Pedro tournaments he's had. But also Joey, if you watch his live stream from a couple weeks ago at the BAM, like that guy was throwing chatterbait nonstop all day. And if you can have that work ethic and just bait in the water, bait in the water, bait in the water with like the top 5 baits for the Delta, and if you're going out and fishing a tournament, you've probably seen videos and have an idea what they are. If you keep those in the water nonstop, you're gonna catch fish. Period. So I mean that's my advice. Areas are like kind of a whole different thing. It's just a maze up in there, and you got a lot of options. But bait in the water.
Let it on over. I'll end it off. Go for it, Mikey.
Oh no, I'm just short and sweet, man. Just go out there and have fun and talk to people. That's it. Go out there, have fun, and talk to people. Yeah, it's my best advice.
Yep. Yeah, I got to agree with Mikey. It's just about shut up and fish.
Yeah.
Get out there, and no matter what kind of kayak you have, no matter what you do, motor, go out there. Just grab any kind of fishing pole you can, even if it's your daughter's Barbie pole, and go fling it, and just go have fun, meet people, and then that's what it's all about. That's what this whole entire thing is about. It's not about like, oh, I'm gonna be rich and afford a home to kayak fish. That's an impossible dream. Just get out there, have fun, enjoy yourself, drink a few beers, and enjoy your friends. And love the people that you are. Yeah.
Not during the
Yeah, yeah.
tournament.
Not during the tournament. Not we're not.
Have
we're not-
them buy your beers after the tournament.
Yeah, yeah. I'll buy some beers after the tournament, maybe. Maybe though, or just come find me. I probably have a cooler full, and yeah, just
We're all holding
just
to that.
yeah. Just get out there. Just get out there. Just get out there. Go buy yourself a kayak. It doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter how much money you spend. Just go out there and do what you can, and that's all that counts.
All right, I guess I'll end it off here. And it sounds a little cliche, but you know what? The power of positive thinking when you're in a tournament is huge. I mean, when negative thoughts come in, and I've dealt with this myself, which I'm speaking from experience here. When the negative thoughts spew in when you're in the middle of a tournament day, it spirals. It kind of falls into what Simon said, where you start not trusting your decision making, your mental starts spiraling out, and it becomes not fun too. I mean, it becomes not fun to be out there. You start second guessing your decisions, and you start fishing poorly. You don't fish as efficient. You don't fish as confident. And I think just keeping that positive mindset, adapting to whatever's in front of you, and just fishing the conditions that you're given is going to be a huge, huge vote of confidence for you just throughout the entire day. I mean, it comes down to that, midday lull for you, and the people that can continue to grind through, to continue to make casts, like Ryan was saying, the guys that can keep a bait in the water and fish as confidently as you can, it's going to make a huge, huge difference to your tournament day. And that's kind of what I want to end it on for the proving grounds guys. These are all fantastic tips. All these guys have so much experience in the kayak world and just fishing in general, where they're gonna get you guys going. So I'll pass it back to you, Joey, to
Take the opportunity to talk to the senior guys too.
yeah, take an opportunity to talk to guys.
Yeah, at the kayak professor, dude. Just ask me questions if you have any rigging questions. If you have any questions, dude, like we're all here. I mean, and that is one of the things that is so great about the kayak community is we are all here to, answer questions and, just like,
cool.
that's the greatest thing, you know.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
one
seeing
of
the proving grounds anglers out there with us
you know,
at launch.
sports things I've ever done
Probably
is
be
just
3 at
be
each
a
ramp.
part of
Yeah.
this
You know,
great
on
group.
average, just 6 of them.
Perfect.
Two
I
launch
think that's
ramps.
a great way to end
But yeah,
it.
thanks for
send it off.
the guys
Joey
that
and
like
Mitch.
stuck through the stream. I know we had some technical difficulties in the beginning, but we got it down and got to hear a little bit from everybody. So tomorrow I'll be live streaming the solo event. Sunday will be the team event, so you can follow. You know, look for Mitch, look for Andrew, look for Mikey, look for Adam. Oh, is this Adam's first one back?
I don't know if he's fishing. Is he fishing it?
I don't know. Adam, let us know if you're fishing it. But
Adam,
you
Adam
know,
will
look
not
for
be fishing
Ryan,
this
look
event.
for Mitch and
Adam
me.
will not be fishing
And
this event.
look for us on the
Mikey,
scoreboard. There'll be a scoreboard on all day long, and you know we'll be out here all weekend. So check out the streams and we'll let you know how we do. But thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, guys.
I want to hear what he says though.
No, Adam.
No? All right, guys. See ya.